Hey, ghosties, I'm Kandis.
And I'm Harley.
And this is Haunted Through the Ages. What?
Now that we've spent 40 minutes talking.
Yeah, but we talked about stuff that nobody'd be interested in.
I don't know. I think they like it.
No, they're, not about bosses and stuff.
No.
Though he did have quite a good voice. So we had this boss from the past, and he was training, and he got designated to train at our location. And he was really, really pretty. He was a very, very good looking.
He was so hot.
And he had the deep, grumbly book reading voice, which I was like, yes, you can read the encyclopedia to me immediately.
Literally.
But also he hated me because we were in a meeting and he made it his job to basically put women down. Like
he was an asshole.
He was misogynistic 1,000%. But he was good looking, so like not that gave him a pass by any means.
We let a lot of shit slide.
Did not. I let it build up, Buttercup. And then eventually he said some dumb shit in one of our meetings, and I was like, wow, you really are just a pretty face, huh? The look on his face as he literally slumped his shoulders and walked away and never spoke to me again.
He was so offended. It was so
Oh, did we hurt you? Poor guy.
Yeah, that was a fun time. He also didn't like me. Him and I got into the argument the one day, and then Jen yelled at him for me, and she's like, how dare you talk to her like that?
Oh,
and
yeah. Jen's a viper. Like, she is the sweetest person in the world until you fuck with somebody that she loves.
Yeah.
And she's a viper. Like, she comes out of nowhere. I'm like, that was in you this whole time?
I was shocked because him and I were getting into it, and then she jumped in like, how dare you speak to her that way? And I'm just like, oh, here we go.
I'm right off the bat an asshole. And she's like incognito asshole.
Yeah, it was great. I'm like, whoa.
Almost the time that I had to pipe up when you were getting talked to, well, this and that and that and this. And like, oh, what are you going to do about it?
Uh-huh.
How are we going to fix this?
I have the best friends. They're like, no. Nobody's going to come and talk to you.
No. My mama bear kicks in hard.
It's the best.
And no. Well, and then somebody asked me the other day that I had to do something, and I'm like, or what?
Yeah, exactly.
Or what? What's my repercussions? What are you, make an example of me, teach me a valuable lesson. What are you gonna do?
Didn't have an answer.
Well, I just need you to do it. People in hell need ice water. I don't see that happening anytime soon, huh? He can't stand me. Like, he tolerates me, but also he's a part of our crew. So I can't be too mean to him because he goes to bat for us.
He's one of us. I was just talking about him today with I think I was with Doug and Logan and a couple of the other guys, and we were talking about him. I'm like, the way he gets treated, he's one of us.
But he comes back. Like, he tells me, go get your Nerf. He followed me when I chased Doug into the bathroom. He was I'm like, dude, you can fire me.
I'm like, don't tell the boss.
Wink. He's like, oh, the fuck.
He's like, you're all, and just keep me out of it. Let me watch from a distance. You're all insane.
Like,
so funny.
What are you gonna do? Or what?
He doesn't have an
I just
answer.
need you to do it. Could you please? And then he'll ask me nicely. I'm like, all right.
The look he gave me last night when I had just a day from hell, was able to show up to work for all of an hour and 20 and had to leave again. When I walked around the corner and he saw my purse and he just looked at me, I'm like, hey,
I'll be back.
no, that was the issue. I said, hey, so I gotta go. I'm not coming back tonight. See you in the morning. He's just like, okay. Do what you gotta do. Sorry, dude, I gotta run. Oh, God bless him.
Here's the thing. Well, I yelled at him today because somebody fucked around with her schedule, and I was yeah. And I was upstairs. I'm like, why did you touch it? What are you doing? Because he's usually the one that makes adjustments. He's like, I didn't.
He's like, please don't hurt me.
Well, then you need to fix it. Come on. I write it a certain way for a reason. I know what I'm doing. Y'all don't. Fix it.
I have given up. I don't even make adjustments to my schedule anymore. I just show up. And then I leave. Because I'm so tired of it because it's every week and it's so constant. I'm like, I'm done chasing you guys down to get my shit correct. I'll show up when I show up at this point because I know when I'm supposed to be here. It's fine.
Sorry, I have a crinkly bottle because I have no idea how to get anything that doesn't make noise. metal cup, metal straw. Glass cup, metal straw.
That's funny.
Stanley cup full of ice.
It's the worst one.
Oh, so I want you. So I don't know. Did we talk about grasshopper last week?
Yes.
There's more.
Oh, there's more?
No. You already know.
Oh.
So we have our group chat going.
I love how this has just become a gossip session.
We have our group chat going. Well, it's a gossip about us. So, I mean, we're not talking shit about anybody else. It's just us. It's about you.
Oh, okay. We're going to talk shit about me. It's fine.
I do this. I did it to myself today. Shit. Kandis, it's about you. I'm like, oh.
She talked shit so hard. And I had to remind her she was talking about herself. She's like, oh, shit, you're right.
I got into the joke. Everybody wasn't. I got into it. All right, let's get into it.
It was so funny.
So Harley's crushing on this grasshopper. See, Sandy sends the GIF. I'm going to say GIF. I don't know if it's a GIF or a GIF. There's a grasshopper on a window, and there's a dog on the outside of the window just licking, trying to bite this grasshopper. And without skipping a beat, this hoe bag comes back. It's me! Let me tell you, when I fired something directly out of my nose, I could not laugh hard enough because I would have peed on my... I was hyperventilating. I pictured it.
You could picture me doing it, right?
I pictured you saying it. I pictured it. It couldn't have been more accurate in a cartoon. I was dying.
The cheeks already hurt. And then today.
Oh, my stomach still hurts.
For Logan. God bless him. To tell a story about this person and specify who they were to me. And I didn't even care at that point. I'm just like, Logan.
Seriously.
For you to even say that to me, we both know already. Like, you don't need to say that. It's fine.
We'll hide it from that person still, but we're not hiding it from you.
Like, it's too late. I think you're in on the secret.
The secret is slowly coming out. The secret is slowly coming out.
I think the secret came out when Sandy was screaming, I got the picture of your boyfriend directly in front of him.
All the people standing next to you, I think, were friends.
We're his friends.
Because they kept looking over like,
they're like, who is this bitch?
He's got a girlfriend and he didn't tell us. This fucking crazy
drunk
stalker
ass.
chick.
Oh my god.
I looked at the guy, we made eye contact. I'm like, it's fine.
They're like, we're not going to kidnap him after. It's okay.
It's jokes. It's all jokes. Here.
Just teasing.
Like,
Sandy, go sit down.
That nervous laughter.
So funny.
my fearful laughter.
Why'd you do that? Oh.
Because somebody came at me, one of their arms open, and I got terrified.
Oh my gosh. That was funny.
I will give hugs, and I'm very limited on who I will hug. Very limited. Like Sandy chased me. Very limited. And there's a person that, like, it's an ongoing joke.
The one who would not take Kandis out for dinner.
Rude.
When her face was all fucked up. He officially lost his crush on her and said, nah, girl.
I came out of my back area very slowly, and he approached me with his arms wide open. And my initial reaction was, oh God. I froze.
Fight or flight.
I'm looking around for help. Nobody's in the area. Nobody can see me. I felt at that point like I was a goat and I just needed to fucking pass out. Like, he approached me with his arms open. Come to find out, he was just making a joke about what I was doing earlier with my arms open. Either way, I saw the arms open and he was walking towards me in immediate fucking panic. I had an absolute panic. Like, my body went into sweat mode. My face turned into a cherry. I'm like, I'm going to punch this man in the throat. Like, I'm literally going to fight him if he tries to. And he's old. Like, I don't want to break anything, but I am about to fight you. Please, sir, don't touch me. Please. And then I'm trying to tell Harley the story, and my laughter is like vibrating nerves. Like, I'm nervous laughing. It hurt my stomach. I locked up so hard, my stomach hurt. Like, I was not okay.
Did you think you were going to get assaulted?
I don't know. I was like, I would rather be assaulted. I can handle an assault. Don't try to hug me.
Oh my God.
I'm not vulnerable like that. No. That's why when you're boohoo sobbing down there, bitch, I'll fucking hit you.
When?
When Sandy hugged you.
Oh.
You had emotion.
Yeah, that was the day.
I was in such, as soon as I saw your face, I was like, wait, come here. No, keep in mind, she's probably about, 10 feet away from me, like far down when you watched.
10 feet?
Was it? I don't know. I don't measure in distance.
I was halfway across the entire building. The length of the building.
Okay. That's about 10 feet.
We don't work in a shack, so let's just put it that way.
Either way, you were a good running distance. She says, why didn't you just SOS or the emergency
hands,
wave?
Like where it's the help, the sign for help. But then I realized, oh wait, I'm too far away. I'm blind as a damn bat. I would have thought she was waving. And I'm like, oh, hey. I don't know why she's waving at me, but hi.
But you were able to see us going on our leisurely walk.
Well, in that sweater he was wearing, how could I miss it?
Oh my God. That's the same sweater you guys made me tell him was on backwards. And immediately he's like, I was wondering where my name tag went. Like, it's on your back.
So he put a new one on, and then
he had one on the front and one on the back. You guys are so mean to me. Candace will do it. I mean, I will, but why? And I made it so casual because we were standing next to each other, and I'm like, do you have your shirt on backwards? Why is the duck on the back? He's like, what? And then what does he do? Takes it off in front of me. Sir, I didn't ask for this. I don't have cash for you. His undershirt was still attached to the sweater, so I saw skin. Did not want to see skin, but I did. I saw some. This is the same man that wouldn't take me out to dinner.
You got a free show.
Dang.
Everything hurts.
I ache.
It has been a day. I'm very tired. It's been a couple of days
over here.
What's the matter?
I'm under attack. Like, I got bald of these hairs falling out of my head because I chose to...
I can't wait to hear how you present your episode today because the way you're speaking is insane to me.
I'm using real words this time.
I know, but you're just not completing them.
Well, because I pulled a hair out from my collar of my shirt and it came from all the way far back. I'm like, ooh.
You should have heard how she said jelly roll earlier.
I was a compound word.
The fuck did you just say?
I was, because there's a song in TikTok presented it as, Jelly Roll Rihanna, and I want to say it was Teddy Swims, but I could be wrong. But I was going to say Rihanna's name first, so Jelly Roll's name came up first, so it was like Jelly Roll.
And then she just kept talking, and I'm like, we're not going
we're
past
skipping
that.
We're going right past it.
No, bring it back.
Oh, wait, like my mispronounced words? What was my latest one that you made fun of me? Because you were like, let me finish the damn sentence before you went. Did you just say rigor mortis?
This dumb bitch.
Word of the day. She put that shit in her phone to remember.
I added it to my after hours notes to bring up. We can bring it up here. I don't even know what we were talking about, but she tried to say rigmarole, and she just said rigor mortis, and just kept talking.
What was
she got through that sentence and the next sentence as I'm not listening anymore. I'm processing what the fuck she said.
Oh, it was at church for the foot washing. But
yes.
They didn't want to do, you could either do hand washing or foot washing because they didn't want to go through the rigor mortis of people taking their shoes on and off.
She got through 2 sentences before I'm like, did you say rigor mortis? And she just goes, yeah, anyway. That's not right.
That's why they're doing hand washing too. That's for dead people.
That is not the right word.
Also, it's for alive people now.
It's for everybody.
It's an inconvenience.
That was so funny.
You're welcome.
I forgot it. I'm so glad you remembered that because that was hilarious.
That was just one of my Kandisisms.
Oh, and there's so many.
Well, me, Captain Correct All over here. Correct everybody on shit that they say.
I almost punched you in the face the other day. You corrected something I said. I'm like, leave the conversation. Just go away. I should have walked away like I've been learning to do. I've been following after Dave.
This is so bad. It's so bad. Like, she just, where are you going? Wait.
I've learned to Irish goodbye a conversation like Dave does. And it reaches a point where
you're rude. Like, you get this look on your face and you're just like, I'm out. Dave just moseys away. You actually think about it. Like, you contemplate when's the right time for me to look like an asshole and walk away.
Looks like now. I'm out.
Sandy and I walked up to Harley because she had something she wanted to talk to us about. This bitch turned around and walked away when she was done. It left Sandy and I standing there like, all right. Guess she's done. We ain't giving grace today. She came to fight. That's only fair. Doug did play a mean trick on Sandy this morning, so.
I can't get my shit together again.
Called her when he called her over. He was like, all right, when she comes over here, we're all just going to turn around and walk away.
The whole group broke up, gone. Just, what the hell, guys?
You assholes. I walked all the way over here.
That was funny. That was good. Yeah, but you guys just start, once you like switch the conversation and start talking about shit that I have no comment on, I'm like,
old people stuff.
All right, I'm done.
The dinosaur stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It happens when you get old. It's okay.
Well, apparently, and that and a lot of other things that I was asked about. This is what happens when you get old. Why are you asking me?
Well,
and I was telling Sandy, like, my high school reunion, I think they're coming up on their 30th.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, so literally going to be turning 30. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, I'm like 28 right now.
No, that's not how that works. All right.
You ready to jump in? So, okay, I'm going to do it a little different. So I have two different stories, and I'm only going to do this first story because as I was doing my research last night, this jumped out at me, and I thought, holy shit, this is great. But it's very small. So I'm like, that's obviously, I can't do a whole episode with it. But it's in the state that I'm in. So we're taking a very long trip to Hawaii.
No.
Hawaii.
Oh, it's our first time there.
First time in Hawaii.
Oh, how exciting. I love when we go to a new place.
And I'm going to screw up a lot of the words because Hawaiian words are very, no offense, but why? Why do we have to make all of the different sounds with the letters? Why are we putting A's and E's where they don't belong? Like,
yeah, I don't get it.
Also, I love your language and I love the way you speak it, but I can't speak English correctly, and you want me to say these words?
No.
Okay. So
we're from the Midwest.
So this place is it's not a place, it's a drive-in. And it's called the Faceless Ghost of Waialae Drive-In.
Oh.
Waialae. I don't know, there's a comma. Anyway. A Japanese ghost in Hawaii. So, and
there's a surprise.
I know. Yeah. The other one's going to be super sad, too.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Before, if anything's sad, I'm sorry. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about because it reminds me of the Nate Bargatze. Is that it?
Bargatze.
In his stand-up when he's talking about how he was never good in history, so every time he watches a documentary, it's like he never knows the ending, and he's talking about Pearl Harbor. He goes, I was just as surprised as they were.
So I'm sitting on the edge of my seat like, what's going to happen next?
I saw that last night. I was cracking up.
Love him. Can I just say how much I love him? I've tried to get tickets to every show when he comes to Michigan.
Yeah.
But it's either on a time that I can't get the time off of work, and because they're not, they're not big locations where they're going to charge $1 billion. So like I can afford to go, but it's always on like a Wednesday or and then I have to work. I'm like, there's one person that I'll stay up all night for a show, and God love you, Logan. I am not 20 years old anymore.
Logan, you are the only one. I suggested to him a nice Saturday brunch show.
That sounds amazing.
Because I said, listen, I had a whole conversation with him. I said, I know
he's like,
okay, Harley. Yeah. I know you're so youthful. This for you. You're youthful and you've got all this energy with your music, and that's great. We don't. And like, you don't know what it took to leave the house for an 11:20 p.m. show. And we got things to do the next day. We got church, we got work, we have family. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So if you could do a nice maybe Saturday brunch with mimosas instead of shots.
And I think I worked at
that would be great.
6 the next day.
And you got home at what, like 2 or 3?
Well, it was time change too. So
oh yeah, we had the time change that night.
Yeah, so I already lost a whole fucking hour. So it was like 2:00 before I walked through my front door.
He better know how much we love him because
oh my God. We're here for you. We will show up as many times as we can, but also brunch is a really good idea.
Brunch with mimosas instead of nighttime with shots. Just saying.
Curly can do a mimosa.
One.
Also, I have a pretty good sized front yard. Like, we can pop up a tent.
Yes. There we go. Have a good old time. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Continue.
Back to Hawaii. I don't know what
the dinosaur needs her reading glasses.
Know what? Shut up. At least I can see without them.
You know what? You're absolutely
correct. You can't even see
with
with them.
Yep.
You come in with your contacts in one day. I'm like, should you be driving?
I can see great with my contacts, but they're so uncomfortable. That's why I can't leave them in.
Dreama says the same thing about hers.
I'm like, I just suffer. It is what it is.
So, okay.
If the Lord wanted me to see, I would see. It's fine.
The Lord's protecting you from what we have to see.
Exactly.
Because there's some things that should not be seen. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, Hawaii saw a surge of foreigners arriving to work in the sugar and pineapple plantations. Why are you laughing at me already? What did I say wrong?
Nothing. I can't say it in public.
Okay, we're in the privacy of my home, so we're not in public.
I'm on a microphone. Anyway. Nothing. It just gave me a giggle. I'm sorry. ...
To be continued. Because I'm about to find out. This bitch is laughing at me for. I didn't even say anything wrong. I said everything.
No, you did not say anything wrong. It was
okay.
Not that.
I did. How did I mess up already? Well, all of these words are easy.
I'm in a silly, goofy mood, so ignore me. I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. These settlers brought not just their labor, but their families, their customs, and their ghosts. Among these spectral imports is a particularly chilling tale from Japanese folklore, the Noperabo, or Faceless Ghost.
That sounded really good. Good job. That sounded really nice. Good work.
In Japan, the Noperabo is a yokai, a supernatural being that resembles a human, but is marked by its eerie absence of facial features.
Oh, no.
Known for startling the living, these faceless apparitions are typically benign, although their appearance is deeply unsettling. Legends often described the Noperabo as initially appearing as an ordinary person before their facial features vanish, leaving only a blank, featureless expanse where their face should be.
No. Get the best of both worlds there.
The ghostly presence has reportedly been spotted in several places across Hawaii, including Waikiki Villas in Hilo, an intermediate school in Kailua, and the Moanalua School campus. One of the most notorious sightings occurred in May 1959 at a school in Pailoilo. Children there spoke of seeing a faceless old man and a faceless woman, prompting a flurry of concern among parents and police. Despite the principal's attempts to downplay the story.
Concerned is a word for it. Okay.
Well, here's the principal trying to fucking downplay the shit.
No.
Despite the principal's attempts to downplay the stories as exaggerations, the legend grew.
Mm-hmm.
One particularly harrowing account. Wait, let me just show you this picture that somebody had drawn.
Oh, no. Do you guys
Looks
remember?
like the fucking Grudge.
It does. No.
And that was Japanese, wasn't it? Or was no? Yeah, it was Japan.
It was Japanese.
Yeah.
Or there's the scary books for kids,
the
black and white ones. It looks like that lady in there who always scared me when I was a kid.
With no face.
Yes.
Yep. Long, stringy black hair and no face.
The hair was wild and black. Went up. Oh, so scary.
One particularly harrowing account involves a girl at a Waiala'i. I had that one earlier and I missed it now. Waiala'i.
Okay.
Got it. Nailed it. Hope I don't have to.
The Hawaiians are listening to this.
I'm sorry. Please, somebody come teach me Hawaiian words. I want to learn because I think it's beautiful.
It's
but
such a beautiful language.
I suck at it, so
that's funny.
My tongue does not do that. It's like no. In the drive-in theater in Kaimukai. Again, they're so strange. You're putting letters in different areas that to really make people struggle.
You're doing your best.
Where'd you go on vacation? I have no idea.
Do you have a map?
Can I just point it out to you? Even in the UP with all them stupid ass things. They're so hard. And it's all Native American. So it's oh, wait, hang on. Let me see, count the letters. Around midnight, she entered the girl. Around midnight, she entered a restroom to apply lipstick and saw a figure in the mirror.
The fuck she did. No.
A faceless woman with half a body and long hair.
You would see a Harley-shaped hole in that fucking mirror.
I'm not even entering the bathroom. I'm going in the bathroom. I see somebody that's half-bodied, no face. I'll come back.
I'm leaving Hawaii. We're done. Back to the mainland we go.
When she turned around, the figure vanished, and the restroom door slammed shut, trapping her inside. I told you this was good. This is a good one.
She was threatening me with these stories the other night. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die.
Well, the next one it's very famous. But anyway, the girl fainted. That was me earlier from terror. Fainted from terror and was hospitalized. I should have been hospitalized. Not gonna lie. Like somebody needed to take me immediately to the urgent care.
Oh my gosh, this poor girl.
I know, right? Another story recounts a woman who encountered a faceless figure in a restroom. She saw another woman combing her hair in the front of the mirror. When the figure turned slightly, revealing a featureless face, the first woman was so horrified that she suffered a nervous breakdown and ended up in the hospital. Years later, while hosting a bus tour for my late boss, Glenn Grant, we passed the old drive-in site. I shared the tale of the faceless woman, only to be approached afterward by an elderly Japanese woman. She revealed that the story was based on her friend's life.
What?
According to her, she and her friend had once dreamt of their future weddings, but as they grew older, they lost touch. One day, she saw her friend, now an older woman in Honolulu. I knew that one.
That one's easy.
So easy. Dressed as an extravagant white summer yukata. Dressed in an extravagant white summer yukata. When asked why she wore such attire, her friend responded, "Because I can, and you know can."
That's rude.
Right? Bitch, I can wear whatever the fuck I want. You know what? I'm taking your clothes. It turned out her friend had squandered her inheritance on lavish purchases and was deeply in debt. Her children, ashamed, had moved away. The elderly woman described how, one night, she was awakened by a mournful wail. Her husband, annoyed, went to the window to quiet the noise. But
I'd be annoyed too. Shut the fuck up. I'm sleeping.
But she knew it was the ghost of her friend. Clad in her white yukata, her friend wandered the streets, laminating her fall from grace. Her friend's loss of face had condemned her to roam as Nopera Bo, the faceless ghost. The Waiali drive-in. I'm gonna fuck that one up every time. I'm just gonna say the drive-in. The drive-in may be long gone, but its most chilling resident remains. Shoppers and employees still report eerie encounters with the faceless ghost at times in Kalala and the downstairs bathroom at the mall. I'm not going to say it again. Proof that in haunted Honolulu, spirits never truly fade. As one of the most disturbing Hawaiian hauntings, this ghost has become a legend tied to the shadows of the past, adding to the extensive list of haunted places in Honolulu.
Oh, my goodness.
It was supposed to have been terrifying and Harley's terrified laughters.
I'm nervous. Oh my God. No.
So that was my pre-episode. Now the next episode, which is my big episode that I'm doing.
You're so excited right now.
Is Pearl Harbor.
I knew it. When you said Hawaii and then it's very famous, I'm like, is it Pearl Harbor? Because as soon as you said Hawaii, I'm like,
but I'm not going to go super. Everybody knows the history of Pearl Harbor, so I will Cliff's Notes.
Well, most people do.
Catch people up. People, teenagers and elderly folk that went to high school should know about Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
The youngers, not so much. But if you're younger, why the hell are you listening to us?
Jen.
That's bad. That's just bad parenting.
Jen. You're going to get a text about this on Wednesday.
So, On the morning of December 7th, 1941, the Imperial Japanese... I said Japanese.
That's all right.
You're just going to let me go sounding stupid.
Honestly, I didn't hear it.
The Imperial Japanese Navy Air Force Service conducted a surprise attack against the United States Naval Base at Pearl Harbor in Honolulu, Hawaii. In case you didn't know where Honolulu was. In case you didn't know where Honolulu was, it's in Hawaii. The island chain was annexed as a territory of the United States in the 1900s during a nationalistic fervor of the Spanish-American War. But even though it was a major naval center for the U.S., it wasn't a state yet. In the attack, almost 2,400 Americans were killed and 1,000 were wounded. The Japanese damaged or destroyed over 20 American naval vessels, including 8 battleships and 300 airplanes. When I tell you, I read this the first time and thought, wait, I have the Battleship game.
I was just thinking about Battleship.
Yep, take my Battleship.
I once played a game of Battleship on like the phone. It was like whatever app, and then somebody else could play it against my brother. Every single turn I took, I hit one of his ships. He did not hit a single spot on any of my ships at all the entire time. It was literally a perfect game, and I won completely.
So if we need to fight for our lives on a battleship, Harley is the one to take.
I can pinpoint a location.
Saying, I have the Battleship game, and the only way that I was able to win was by cheating.
You're like, hold on, I gotta go pee. Look as you're walking by. What's he got over there?
Or he'll call out whatever number letter it is, and nope. Miss.
Move that shit. That's funny.
Okay. The attack was carried out in 2 waves. The first wave was detected by radar at 7:55 a.m., but it was mistaken for an expected group of American planes. The bombing started a minute later.
Oh my gosh.
The second wave was more devastating than the first. It was launched at 8:40 a.m. The USS Arizona was hit 4 times by a bomber and eventually sank with the loss of 1,177 officers and crewmen. Pearl Harbor was the deadliest attack on American territory up until that point. President Franklin D. Roosevelt asked Congress to declare war on Japan in his famous infamy speech the very next day and led to the United States' entry into the Second World War.
I had a thought when you said that at 8:40 a.m. Because I'm assuming the next one would have been
Hawaii time.
It would have been 9/11, correct?
Wait, I'm going back. 8:40 was the second one. 7:55 a.m. was the first wave.
But I'm saying the second, like, biggest terrorist attack on our soil would have been 9/11,
I believe.
And when you said 8:40, I'm like, wasn't that one of the times the planes hit? I looked it up. It was 8:46 a.m.
Stop it.
But I thought it was 8:40 for a second. I'm like, was it at the same time? Like,
but also very close.
8:46 a.m. I mean, at least I would assume this was the first one. That's what Google says. But yeah. Anyway, sorry to like take you off topic. But
that's
I'm like,
crazy. No,
that sounds really familiar.
I like how it triggered your brain though.
Yeah.
Because when I was reading this, I read about Roosevelt, and I'm like, didn't you do an episode where Roosevelt was involved? But was that your White House one?
I think we talked about him in the White House. You did the Roosevelt Hotel.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about him a couple times, at least.
Of course, as a location with such significance in history, over the decades, it has become the source of numerous ghost stories. Today, the souls who were lost at Pearl Harbor are remembered at the USS Arizona Memorial, which sits over the sunken battleship. Many visitors and locals have claimed to witness unexplained phenomena, and some believe that the spirits of those who perished during the attack. And also, which I've known, but I read something and it refreshed my memory, that ship is still leaking oil to this day. So that's literally, they consider it the bleeding heart of all of the people still buried. It's literally a tomb of all of the souls, because everybody is still inside it.
I remember we had talked about Pearl Harbor in one of our episodes because you brought it up when you mentioned...
That's a picture of the memorial, in case you didn't know what it looked like. And that's the ship underneath.
I don't like underwater things.
Wait.
That freaks me out.
Mm-hmm.
But you had mentioned the bodies being under there and still in good condition.
In tombs, basically.
Yeah. I forget what episode that was, but I remember you and I talking about that.
I want to say it was in the conversation because I don't think... Maybe it was one of my ships.
Oh, maybe it was a ship. Yeah, it was one of them. But
or it could have been Lake Lanier. I don't know. But I like the underwater, the creepy
Queen Mary,
stuff. But...
yeah, that's my least favorite thing.
Well, you know what, Miss? It was doing a clown episode.
She just called me a lot of names.
Just only used one verb. One of the most frequently told tales is about the ghostly noises reported on the USS Arizona Memorial. Visitors and staff have reported hearing inexplicable sounds, footsteps when no one else is around, hushed voices and whispers, even the sounds of distant explosions.
Oh.
Some believe these sounds could be residual echoes from the day of the attack. You're going to like this one.
Oh, goody. I'm super excited for this. Thanks.
In 2011, an Australian family visited Pearl Harbor, captured a chilling image beneath the waters above the USS Arizona that went viral. Susan Devaney and her family noticed what looked like to be a young and sad face in the shimmering oil above the ship's wreckage because it is still leaking oil.
Don't show me. No.
Want to see it again?
The way I would fling myself off of the
She has her hoodie up over her head and covering her face.
No. Is it just on your screen right now?
It's. I kept the picture.
Why are you letting it look at you?
No, I scrolled. No, I scrolled. No, I'm up. I moved up. I moved up.
That is disgusting.
It went viral when I tell you. Like, it was all over the news when it happened. 2011.
That is horrible.
Mm-hmm. According to military magazine Task and Purpose, one of the most chilling ghost stories from Pearl Harbor involves a sailor who was shot after abandoning his post during the bombings. It is said that his spirit now haunts the deck of the sunken USS Arizona during low tide. So he's just coming up out of the water.
No, we don't do. No,
he's coming up out of the water. Like
we don't.
I'm still on my job. This is my post.
Oh.
That's all for the pictures. You don't have to be terrified anymore. Looking like Milo over there with your hood on.
This is horrible. Oh, I hate water so much.
On a special episode of the television show Ghost Hunters in 2011, the team made their first visit to Hawaii to investigate claims of paranormal activity at the Pacific Aviation Museum in Pearl Harbor, led by Jason Hawes and Grant Wilson from the Atlantic Paranormal Society. Love me some Jason. They explored the original airplane hangars from the morning of the 1941 attack, which still bore the scars and bullet holes from that day.
I remember that episode. I remember very, very, very little of it.
Because it's underwater.
It was so many years ago, but I remember seeing an episode on Pearl Harbor that they did.
Was this the one that, what's his name, almost missed or wasn't going to go because he doesn't fly? So how did he get there?
He probably didn't.
He probably didn't go.
Unless he took a ship, which I doubt, because that would take like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't
know. The other one was Mackinac.
That's right. That's right.
Was it No.
I always forget his name. He's the good-looking Steve. Yep, the good-looking one. The reported paranormal activities included hearing voices and music, seeing or hearing movement around the artifacts, objects being moved overnight, equipment turning on and off on command, visual apparitions, and interaction with people not appearing on security footage. Even Josh Gates from Destination Truth joined the team for this special investigation. Now, another place in that area. It's called Ford Island, which has the naval hub that served as the target of the first wave of the Japanese attack because the American battleships were circled around it, is now part of the Pearl Harbor National Memorial. Tales of unusual phenomena are widespread, with residents and visitors alike recounting experiences that seem to connect with the tragic events of December 7, 1941. Residents of Ford Island have shared eerie tales of unexplained voices and footsteps in their homes.
Then move. What are you still doing? It's a damn island. Get off of it. You know what's there.
Why?
What are you? I don't give. There's palm trees
in
paradise. No, that's not paradise. Get the fuck off the island. What?
Objects that move without reason, and lights
in
and
their
electronics that switch on and off on their own accord.
Absolutely. The fuck.
Shadowy figures that disappear upon approach have been seen wandering the island aimlessly.
No.
Soldiers in uniforms, like Gettysburg.
No.
Even the island's airstrip has a reputation for the inexplicable, with visitors frequently describing a palpable sense. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. Sense of panic and mysterious glowing mist that drifts around the area.
No. You see a pilot trying to land. He's like, there's a glowing mist below me. What the? Then fly to the next island.
I'm going somewhere else. I'm going to the big island. I don't know about anything happening there. My niece used to live on the big island. So
who?
My niece.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Like, how did you come back? I saw pictures when she was there. I want to be there. Anyway.
Yeah, sounds nice.
Well, I don't know about now. But now that I know what I know, do I really want to go?
Or just walking around in your house. No.
Perhaps the most famous of these spectral entities is a ghost known as Charlie. The frequency of encounters with Charlie is such that officers often dismiss reports of strange occurrences with a casual, that's just Charlie.
Charlie, go home.
He is.
No. My home is not your home.
Well, it was his first. So instances of water faucets turning on by themselves, radio switching on. Can you hear the conversation that Matt and I are going to have when the water faucet's on? By why the fuck did you leave the water on? I didn't turn the water on.
Charlie's the reason for all the divorces.
Why is the light? You know what? You got stock in DTE. Why is the light on? Charlie.
Oh no.
Radio switching on and changing stations. That's also going to be a fight. Like, change my station.
No.
And heavy doors swinging rapidly back and forth have all been attributed to this ghostly presence, often accompanied by the sound of jangling keys and loud footsteps echoing down empty corridors.
That motherfucker swings my door back and forth. I would be
gone. Hear this every time Misty comes blazing past us.
Ew.
Yeah, think about that.
Oh, that's so gross. Or Logan. Sometimes his keys jingle too.
Jingle, jingle.
Oh, no.
One of the stranger tales involving Pearl Harbor ghosts happened just over a year after the attack. 1 year after the attack.
That didn't take long.
On December 8th, 1942. U.S.
Oh, like to the day?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
A year after. No, it's December 7th. This is December 8th. So.
Well,
but yeah.
Off by a day, yes. So.
U.S. radar detected mysterious aircraft flying from Japan toward American soil, sparking an urgent scramble of fighter planes.
Can you imagine the panic?
Absolute panic.
Oh my
gosh. It's
we're under attack.
The wounds are so fucking fresh still. So fresh.
Oh my gosh. Half the guys who probably went through Pearl Harbor and survived were then experiencing this again. Oh my gosh.
Even though the conditions were unfavorable for another attack, after disregarding the initial attack on radar the previous year and the aftermath that followed, the military was taking no chances.
Right.
2 American pilots intercepted the aircraft, which ended up being a bullet-riddled P-40 with blown away landing gear piloted by a bloodied man.
What?
You hate things underwater? Let's go up in the air.
I mean, I can handle that, but the bloody man, I think, is what gets me.
The aviators reported that the man briefly waved before crashing the plane, which prompted the Americans to go after him. However, when the troops arrived at the crash site, there was no pilot, just a diary that suggested the plane was not, in fact, from Japan, but rather from Mindanao, Philippines, adding even more pieces to the puzzle.
Oh, I have chills. But there was no one inside.
Nothing.
But did it actually crash, or had it been there a while?
It was just probably a wrecked plane. Like, maybe it was this ghost that brought the attention to this plane.
Like, they saw the apparition of the plane that crashed.
Yeah,
who
no
knows how long
landing
ago.
gear. Yeah, that crashed who knows how long ago.
But where did the pilot go?
Some believe that the pilot survived, stranded in the wild before getting enough pieces of the plane to fly off and take his chances.
Oh, I have chills.
However, speculation arose about surviving that long. Could he manage to scavenge the right parts, and could he leave the ground without landing gear? Many are skeptical, given how heavy the P-40 is.
Well, hell, maybe he can leave the ground. He's just not going to land very well.
Well, you have to be able to row, and if you don't have landing gear to go, how are you going to go?
That's true.
I'm no aviator, but I mean, I know you need
Smarter
wheels.
Than I. Smarter than I.
Like, I watched Con Air. Like, I know what happens when you don't have landing gear.
The only thing I know about Con Air is Nicolas Cage's hair. That's the only thing I know about it.
And Trisha Yearwood's song.
Ooh, I love Trisha Yearwood.
I do too. Making things even more eerie.
Oh, good. It's getting better.
Is that there are Japanese reports that also mention the legend of the P-40 ghost plane.
I bet.
So not only was this American seeing this, but there's reports that the Japanese have also dealt with this same thing. However, no one has fully been able to put together exactly if the legend is true. If so, underwent what circumstances. Furthermore, on the same day, American pilots Bob Scott and Johnny Hampshire report spotting a damaged Curtiss P-40B Tomahawk in China, bearing an insignia connected to Pearl Harbor, with no landing gear and a pilot that wouldn't identify who he was. Despite being fired upon by the mysterious plane did not evade or counterattack, leading to further confusion before it disappeared into a cloud and crashed into a rice paddy.
Huh.
The plane was severely damaged, missing parts of its wing and aileron.
Hey, Miss Aviator, what's that? I'm kidding. Like, I got no idea.
The review mirror. It also had no landing gear, leaving experts puzzled as to how it could have flown, because they need wheels to take off.
Yes.
Japanese records confirmed the P-40's presence over Formosa, but its origin, destination, and how it managed to fly remain unsolved mysteries. At least that's how the story goes, while some still believe there are others who remain skeptical of the idea, claiming the Pearl Harbor ghost plane to simply be a myth.
No, it's definitely not a myth. I believe it.
So whether or not there are spirits at Pearl Harbor or throughout the Pacific will continue to be a debate. But the unexplainable stories continue to haunt the minds and eyes of visitors today.
The image of the bloody pilot is ruining me. That's disgusting. No. Mm-mm.
Like, he's just
and he
flying
waved.
along, waving.
He would absolutely no. No.
Excuse me, sir.
He came back from the afterlife and was like, guys, watch this. Like, no. I'm going to ruin their lives. Check this out.
Consider that ruined.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Slightly terrifying.
Doug told me the coolest story about Pearl Harbor. He's like a car fanatic. And I think it was him and his brother at a car show here in Michigan. And they ended up stopping and talking to this guy. And I forget what kind of car it was, but it was very old, obviously. But they started talking to him about this car. And this guy said, yeah, it was actually my brother's car. He died at Pearl Harbor. He was there that day and was killed. But he had his car parked there. And the guy opened the trunk. And the original windshield to this restored car was in the trunk, and you could see the bullet holes that came through it on that day. I'm like, that. And he had, after they found out his brother was killed, they had the car shipped back here to Michigan. I'm like, that is a wild piece of history to have. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah.
So I looked up on Reddit people's experiences, and it's literally this one person name deleted, and they're just going on. But they're leaving stories, like leaving people hanging, like we want more, and then they'll give them a little bit more. I'm like, oh, but what happens next? And then they'll give them a little bit more.
That's somebody making shit up.
So yeah, I'm just like, you're annoying now. Like you're just doing, just dangling that carrot. But also I saw on Amazon, they have a couple books that are intriguing me to look into. Pearl Harbor haunts.
Yeah, you should. We should do a part 2 or a volume 2 or whatever.
Wherever we're at right now. That's all I was able to find so far. I do want to get these books and look into reading these books.
That's a great idea.
They were so fascinating to me.
I love when you find something you're so into and you get so excited.
So into it. There's a lot of investigators, a lot of people on Facebook. If you type in Pearl Harbor haunts, and it shows all kinds of, history and stuff, and just basically Halloween-y stuff. People's masks and stuff. So there wasn't anything worthy of doing any more research on. But I bet you these books are going to have a lot of more stuff.
The picture you showed me ruined my life, so thank you very much.
I'll also put that one up on the end. I know we haven't been fully active on posting our pictures on Instagram, but that one is definitely going to make it to the gram.
There's a lot.
And to the Facebook, but it's fine. We're not perfect people. We're doing the best we can here, sliding by the grace of our ass.
I know it seems like we're perfect, but shockingly, we're not.
We have a lot going on before we get to here. Not that this is an afterthought, but sometimes it just kind of...
Sometimes life just takes control.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was fun. Great job.
So, there's the face again. Sorry.
Let me see it one more time. Hold on. Let me prepare myself. Why does she... It looks like he... No, it looks like a woman. And... Okay, turn it back around. It looks green. Like the witch in Wizard of Oz. You're like, just get rid of it off my screen.
Scroll that up there real quick.
Nope.
Fires on Hangar 6 of Ford Island after the Japanese attack.
Oh my God.
There was another
that's horrible.
Another place too. There was Ford Island, USS Arizona. Something else that I lost somewhere in my research about Pearl Harbor. I'll have to look into. I'll probably say it on my book. She's stalking my cat.
I'm looking for Bob. Sorry. I was enjoying my cuddle time with him.
Well, he had enough. So.
He was done. He was over me.
He moved on.
Like every other man.
Dang. Bobby, she putting you on the spot.
Oh, no. Let me love you.
He's like, you know what? No, we're not.
He's like, I got a good butt scratch. I'm out.
So, Harley's episode was about 2 hours long last week, so you got a little bit less from me.
Well, we didn't go on for as long. We had to rein it in this week.
I didn't leave you empty-handed on this one.
No, I loved it. It was very spooky and scary. I hated it.
The name mess up is on me because I'm not Hawaiian. Also, I only speak English and barely do that. So,
We're American. We're from the Midwest. Like, you only get so much out of us. Sorry.
I'm a little bit Southern. I'm a little bit ghetto. Sometimes Valley. I don't even know why.
Oh my gosh. My favorite is when I'm editing and your Valley accent comes out. I'm like, who is she? Who is this person sitting across from me? Like, what's happening right now?
I'm not stupid or anything. I just don't know a lot of stuff.
You're more Valley than anything, honestly.
Yeah.
You really are.
Till I get mad. Till I get mad.
Straight ghetto.
And then it's the neck swinging and bringing back my Detroit days.
It's like a mix of that and white trash coming together into just this perfect storm.
Like,
my favorite.
When growing up, because they used to get so mad at me, all my friends did, because I wouldn't say instead of saying I'm gonna or I'm going to, they would say finna.
Yeah.
I'm finna. I never did that. I always said fixin'. So I changed it into
Southern.
I'm Kandis talking. Like, this is Kandis talk. I'm fixin'. And I still use fixin'. And even my brother-in-law will be like, you're fix. What are you fixin'? You know what? I'm fixin' to whoop your ass is what I'm fixin' to do.
Sometimes I fix dinner. I think
I fix appliances also. Like, I am a YouTube specialist with fixing my weed whipper and my dishwasher machine.
You'll also fix to whoop some ass.
I mean, I got
fix anything.
I am jack of all trade and a master of none.
Amen.
My husband, my brother-in-law, turned me into the electrician that I am today. And the only thing that I remember out of all of that was my sister screaming in the background, "Don't kill my sister." That was an option?
Like, well, you'll know when you touch the screwdriver to the outlet. See what happens.
So,
okay.
I did.
So you did it.
He was like, do you have rubber shoes? Or do you have, shoes with rubber soles? And I'm like, well, yeah. And he's like, you'll be fine. That's not a thing. That current has to go somewhere. That's not a thing. Electricity is fucking electricity. It's going to go through my body, whatever shoes I'm wearing.
That's what I've never understood about umbrellas. If it's like a light drizzle outside, fine. If it's a storm and you just want to cover yourself, no, get wet, because if that lightning comes down, you're holding a metal pole. What are you doing in the middle of a storm? That is the dumbest shit to me. When I see people doing that, I'm like, you know what? Natural selection, God bless. Keep hanging on to that metal pole.
The idiots before the owners of our company now, the other idiots.
Yeah.
We were laughing so hard because it was in the middle of a freaking storm and the generator wasn't working on the roof. So these educated men are up on the roof in the middle of a freaking storm, thunder, lightning, blazing lights, with umbrellas trying to fix the generator because the power went out in the building.
We don't need lights.
Instead of sending people home.
I'll cut that out, but it's true. They were losing their money.
Absolutely not. I'm like, I want somebody to blaze into flames. Like, just flame it. Just flame on. Come on.
Flame on, flame off. Natural selection.
Natural selection.
Dumbasses.
But also, you're right. I mean, they were.
I know they were. That's what
idiots.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The misogynistic type. Like, girls aren't going to tell me what to do.
I'll cut out what I actually said, but
that's true.
That's basically
it's
what I'm saying.
It's going to be bleep.
Because I can't say that. That will get me canceled.
No, seriously. We're way too many different places now.
Somebody might get offended.
If whatever we say offends you, obviously we're going to cut that part out. But if things that we say offend you, we're not for you, because we offend each other, and our love language is mean and cruelty.
I was so mean to you the other night, and your reaction was laugh. So funny.
I didn't even realize you were being mean. That's how I'm just like, oh my gosh, she's playing tonight.
I was just annoyed at life. Just like, this bitch. And then by the end of our conversation, all the shit you were sending me, I was laughing so hard. Like, I am going to tackle her with a hug tomorrow.
I don't think so. Nope.
So I told Sandy, I'm like, go get her from the other side.
No, I bolted. These little legs move when they need to.
You went into hiding.
Ooh, I ran. Like, and you know what? We don't run, but I'm running. I forced up that shit.
Oh my gosh.
Trying to look for some support from y'all, but no.
I was trying to show you love.
You know what? A high five will work.
No.
Yeah.
You're like, the finger gun, shoot. Like, you moron. Meanwhile, Sandy comes back from vacation. I'm like, Sandy! And I had to give her hugs.
My husband comes up to see me and he's giving everybody hugs. And I'm like, I love that for you. Can you hug all of my friends so I don't have to? That's great. Like, this is wonderful for me.
That was funny.
I am off the hook. I walked up to Sandy and I was like, is he still
Is he still here?
She's like, who? And I'm like, this guy here.
Like, the creep behind me. He won't stop following
Seriously,
me.
he keeps looking at my ass.
Keeps showing up at my house. I don't know. That's so funny.
So that's where we're gonna cut you guys off today. We'll give you a little loves, no hugs. We're good. And that is the intro. Oh, there's the outro. So please remember, I'm gonna get professional now. Watch.
Check this out, guys.
Hearing my butt cracking in. Please remember.
I'm not cutting that out.
I don't care. I have no shame. I have long hair.
I'm gonna get professional. Hold on, I have a hair.
I gotta get professional for a minute.
She lasted for all of half a second.
It's fine. If you like us, please remember to like and subscribe. If you want.
If
that was a lot. If you like to keep up with us, you can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, supposedly YouTube. Rumor has it
that needs to be updated, which I thought it was updating automatically.
Possibly.
It's not.
Amazon maybe soon. We'll see. If you have any spooky stories that you want us to read, throw us an email at hauntedthroughtheages@gmail.com. We'll look into your stories and see what's what. You can personally send us messages or whatever if you have our phone numbers. We take text messages too, but we like to use our email because then we can pick and choose who gets to do what. And Harley's a lot better at this than I am. So.
And it makes us feel very professional.
So professional. So also we're on Patreon. If you want, you can access that by signing up and subscribing to our Patreon account. Get early access and after hours and all of the shenanigans there.
And just so everyone is clear, we have our Patreon is growing quite a bit. Make sure if you are there for the extra content, the after hours, the bonus episodes, and early access, make sure you are signing up under the paid subscription because everything you get everywhere else is totally free. That's the one place where you can pay to help support and get that extra stuff. So make sure you're signed up for that and not just signed up under a free one, because if you do that, you don't actually get anything. Why that's an option through Patreon, I don't know. It shouldn't be, but just to clear that up for anybody.
You know what? You guys are helping us grow. So thank you. Mm-hmm. And we love you.
We are also talking about merch too.
Yeah.
So
we got a dude we've looking into. So
we have this connection to this guy who does
we know
merch.
People.
So he's going to get some answers for us on merch, and hopefully that'll happen soon.
Yeah, real soon.
So we'll see.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.